What's up, people? It's your boy. I'm back in this again. That's another session of words in motion, lyrics behind the steering wheel. Today I want to address something that kills me about people, and maybe it's all those people who call ourselves Christians. Basically, my sister asked me for some advice yesterday. I did. I told people to come on there and debate it. But if you were going to debate it with logic. But most people who I had debate was people who debated that was in the situation I told my sister to stay out of, which really means you're just defending yourself. You're not really giving a good debate. All right. And the main thing that they did, which a lot of Christians do, whenever they get called out on something that they've done, they love to say, you shouldn't judge me, or God say don't judge people, things like that. But usually when they tell you don't judge them, they usually judge you while telling you not to judge. Like for instance, yesterday, I was talking about people with kids shouldn't have themselves as a higher standard than others. And their thing was, well, you have a kid. What about you? You can't hold yourself a higher standard either. Fine with me. I never said I do hold myself to a higher standard. You just judged me by telling me not to judge you. You did the exact same thing to save your ass. You want to put myself in the same predicament that you are in. You want to compare me to you. I went and got a list again of 2 people who lately told me thou should not judge. And I went down their list of things that they've done on their pages within the past month or so. This first guy, he real cool to me. My homeboy. I see him shake his hand. We talk about it all day. He a good dude. But yesterday he told me thou should not judge. Then he tried to call me out on having sex out of wedlock. So basically he's judging me, telling me I'm doing wrong. And like I said, he brought the Bible in this. One of his posts lately is, if your police record has more pages than your employee history, you have a serious problem. Is this not judging? No one made you say that. You just said that. And you got a lot of likes and thumbs ups on there. What's so different about you giving your opinion on some shit that's fucked up to me? The only difference was you didn't have anyone come on your page that has a long employee history. So everybody who thumbs that up probably don't have a history at all. Probably just got speeding tickets. So no one debated with you on that. So like you won that day. You looked like a great man for saying that. A store owner in Alabama is fighting for his life. And I bet the guy who did it is a low down dirty dog for doing that, because he gave you guys free things that probably let you slide with money and things like that. That's another thing you said. Is this not judging? You don't know what happened that day, but you just going off the news and stuff like that. Once again, thumbs up and likes and comments in your favor. No one who ever murdered someone came on your page and said, well, man, to be honest with you, when I robbed and murdered somebody, I had a good reason behind it. So your argument looks like you're saying the right things. This other girl, I don't know why she ever said thou shalt not judge. She has came on my page alone and argued and talked about plenty of people. Obviously, that ain't bothering her at all. But she say, do not judge people. She got probably be one of the most blocked people on Facebook, but went down her list. If you've made a come up from living with your mom and dad and they had nothing, and it's cool to brag about when you make a come up if that's what you did. But if that's all you talk about, you're still a scrub. Is this not judging? She also made a post about love and hip-hop. It's ruining their reputations and it's lowering their respect. Is this not judging? I guess you're not judging that show of them people. She was tagged in a picture by my homeboy. The picture was Gabby at the Olympics, and it says, while Gabby is at the Olympics, your 15-year-old daughter is twerking at Walmart. And her comment on that was, I couldn't have said it better. Is this not judging? So I guess you're judging everyone who's judging Gabby's hair. Is this not judging? Thing about it is, when you deal with a lot of people who call themselves want to use this judging thing, whenever you call them out on something that they've done, instead of them saying, you know what, he does have a point, they never say you have a point. They always say, well, you shouldn't judge or talk about people. Everybody judges somebody. But until you get caught out on your shit and say, well, you know what, you got me on that one, then you're not making a good argument here. And these are the things that people do. And he tried to call me out and say that, I say on my page, thou shalt not judge. You can go down my timeline back to 2010 when I made my Facebook page. I never said you shouldn't judge a person, because I know people do fucked up shit. You're gonna be held responsible for it. You're gonna have to have some kind of accountability for it, and there should be penalties behind it. I mean, hell, if you fuck 20 people in a day, why should I not call you a hoe? And the thing about it is, they want to make it seem like I shouldn't judge people for their past. Well, what if their past is in front of me? Me judging a girl for having sex with a lot of people off hearsay is totally different than me judging a girl who got 5 kids by 5 different niggas. That was another one of his points. His point was he dated a woman that had 5 kids from 5 different niggas, and they was engaged to be married. But all of a sudden, she still didn't want to act right. And the only difference between me dating a girl that fucked 5 niggas off hearsay and you dating a girl with 5 niggas with 5 baby daddies is the shit is right there in your face. You saw the shit coming. No one had to tell you that shit. You judging her from what you obviously see. But I guess we don't judge people from what they obviously fucked up on. Like if I walked around and had a sign on my head that said I have AIDS engraved into my forehead, well, we shouldn't judge him. Somebody might just put that sign on him one day while he was asleep. But I guarantee a woman would not sleep with me unprotected. Maybe won't sleep with me at all. But if someone tells you somebody have AIDS, then you're gonna go off how you feel about it. Stop telling me to stop judging people while at the same time you're judging me. But as a matter of fact, you had a good debate until you told me to stop judging people. I didn't want to debate anymore because you judged me the whole time we was debating. Like I said, you 2 people who I named, and you probably gonna know who you are. I mean, one of my boys, you know who you are. I always say name, but you know exactly what I'm talking about. This is all out of love. The other female, like I said, I don't understand how you even ever brought up the word "do not judge someone," the phrase, because you bother people, you follow people and bother them. But I guess as long as I don't say anything that you guys fall into their place, then it's all good, because I've got likes and comments whenever I talk about people in which you guys don't fall into the subject of. If I talk about niggas running around here raping kids, thumbs up from you guys. You know what I'm saying? But as soon as I talk about girls running around here being hoes, then, well, you shouldn't judge people. Why not? Because at one point in time, you was called a hoe, I guess. You know? Or one point in time, you was dating a hoe. Or you just attracted to them, I guess. So I can't talk about them. So that's what you do. Leave a list on my page on people who I should talk about then. Since whenever I talk about something that seems to butt hurt you people, then I need to stop judging people. I ain't no better than nobody else. One more thing. If you notice, during the video, the comments from the page that my sister put up, the comments from the page that he puts up, like I said, he gonna get a lot of thumbs up because for some reason women love positive over reality. You can tell them some positive shit and get in their draws. You tell them some real shit and she probably lose your phone number. But notice the only real true arguments came from people who have kids. That's another thing. Only a killer, only a habitual killer would tell you that, well, it's all right to kill. And maybe only a few killers will say, well, no, that was a mistake I made. Because the real killers that say, well, no, that's a mistake I made, realize that they fucked up. But just like a person who have habitual, a number of kids, baby daddies, baby mamas, who having all these kids by different people, they will tell you in no time that, oh, now they won't say they didn't make a mistake. What they gonna call it is a blessing. It's always a blessing, no matter how many kids you have, by how many people, it's always a blessing. So I go around here, I have 10 kids by 10 different women, and you guys can't do nothing, say nothing bad about me. Just say, well, Dun's been blessed all these times, every time. Don't say shit else about it. Because once again, it's a blessing to have kids no matter what. No one will speak up and say that what I did is fucked up, or would you? Would you say Adonis is just don't give a fuck, he's just nutting and everything? You can't say that because you be judging me. So make a choice. Either you judging me or I'm getting blessed. So I can't talk about people who have kids by all these people because they're blessed all these times. And I need to go find a woman who has 10 kids by 10 different niggas because she has blessing and has been touched by the world with all her blessings. It makes sense to you, I guess, though. But like I said, that's the difference between logical thinking people and people who just want to say, well, you know, we've made mistakes and I've gotten over my mistakes and I've learned from my mistakes. They can fuck up. And that's their excuse is, don't judge me when I fuck up. But chances are they judge other people too. Like I said, no one came on that page with zero amount of kids and said, That's the stupidest shit I heard, Adonis. What would make you say that? You know why? Because they don't have any kids and they can understand where the fuck I'm coming from. I have a boy. I have a son. So it would be stupid of me to tell you something that's going to make me look bad unless it's true. If I ran around here and killed a lot of people and then I ran and made it seem like all my killings were justified and I just, you know, it was a blessing and that I've done this and I've learned my lesson, then what would you say then? Well, like I said, you dated a woman with 5 kids by 5 different people and it didn't work out. So all them blessings she got and she still wasn't worth the shit because you didn't marry her.